Hi everyone, good morning. I hope we're not all asleep. It's always one of those things first thing on a Monday morning. Can you hear me okay? Yeah, wonderful. So Jeff asked me to shed some light on how I created circularity for my business and what those critical success factors were. So what is success? Success is a really interesting concept. Some define it as a career highlight, an ultimate achievement, a final destination. But in reality, that success is the sum of countless small decisions made consistently in one direction to achieve a larger goal. Along the way, there are missteps, challenges, and obstacles, a bit like Melbourne roadworks endlessly going on. So, if I were to share every detail of my story, we'd be here all week. So I'll give you the condensed history of farm to hanger and the framework I used to create Australia's first and only 100% traceable circular fashion brand. So, when I started my fashion career, the term circular fashion didn't exist. It really wasn't in the mainstream. Back then, sustainable fashion was the buzzy keyword. It wasn't until the seismic changes brought about COVID-19 that the terms sustainable, circular, and regenerative entered mainstream conversations in a deeper way. Hi, I'm Anna-Louise Howard, founder and owner of Farm to Hanger. We are Australia's only 100% traceable circular fashion brand and manufacturer. Everything we create is deeply rooted in materiality, quality, ethics, and life cycle design. But it didn't start there. Back in 2013, I launched my first fashion brand, a complicated idea that people would care about their clothing if it fitted them well. Spoiler alert, they didn't. Valuing how something, fits its purpose does not mean valuing its materiality. This realization shaped my entire approach. In my early 40s, I went back to fashion school, researching the traceability of global supply chains. And what I found was alarming. I stumbled upon fabric fraud, saw the disconnect in sourcing transparency, and redefined my goal. So what does success look like for me? I wanted to create a non-polluting circular fashion brand with built-in solutions for end of life of every garment. A business that's clean, planet-friendly, ethical for its workers, and valuable for its customers, and 100% Australian-made. It boiled down to its consistent focus on four things: input costs, operational efficiencies, outputs, and consumer demand. So could I produce traceable, high-quality, ethical garments people would value? And would they support this vision? By 2017, Farm to Hanger was born. Our first product, the Humble Tee, set the tone. A fully traceable top-tier shirt that was 100% Australian grown, made, and ethically certified. From there, I dove into redesigning and refining our range, working with cutting-edge technologies to ensure every component, down to the thread and elastics, was traceable, recyclable, biodegradable, and compostable. The people who care about materiality, they found us. So what does going circular really mean? Here's the thing about circularity. It's not a trend or a tick box, which I think a lot of you here would know. It's a foundational philosophy. You either embed circularity into your core operations or you don't. It's that simple. But circularity requires investment: financial, operational, and cultural. If it's not a core company value, your team won't naturally operate with a mindset of conservation and long-lasting quality. And in Australia, businesses chasing circularity, we face unique challenges. Broken supply chains, limited local manufacturing partners, and a drastically reduced skilled workforce creates a problem-solving nightmare. So, the framework for circularity for Farm to Hanger. How did we do it? Number one, Find your purpose. I wanted to build that non-polluting circular fashion brand. So that purpose became the foundation of every decision I made. 2, identify your non-negotiables. For me, this included full traceability and sourcing, non-toxic textile fabrication, designing waste out of the equation, a life cycle approach to garment design, off-grid manufacturing, ethical work environments for staff, zero plastic packaging, repair and recycling services, repurposing our textile waste to zero waste products, and then full fibre-to-fibre product recycling capabilities for every garment. Step 3, go the extra mile. Not only did we commit to offsetting more carbon than we produce, but we also actively give back to our community through our charitable initiatives. Step 4, accountability. Circularity isn't just a marketing trend. I urge businesses to ask themselves, where are your sustainability efforts being accounted for? Is it business as usual, or is it something tacked on to the marketing budget? Step 5, research, iterate, and improve. The only constant is change. The goalposts will move, industries will evolve, and new challenges will emerge. So ask questions, then ask more questions. The results of circular design, when we design with the end in mind, the payoff is extraordinary. At Farm to Hanger, our garments are made from traceable, biodegradable and compostable materials, ensuring that not only do they last longer, but leave no toxic waste when they are discarded. We've found that customers are wearing our garments twice as long as they would other fashion brands, saving money and reducing waste. Many reports their garments still look as new 3 years later. On the manufacturing side, we've literally achieved zero waste. No textile waste has ever left our facility. Oh, and by the way, I built that off-grid factory using recycled and certified materials to prove as a prototype for environmentally harmonious working conditions. Yes, circularity works, but scaling it remains a challenge. At scale, these broken supply chains and inefficiencies become major hurdles. Sustainable businesses often don't have the luxury of quickly pivoting to other suppliers without compromising values. This inflexibility makes economies of scale crucial. By increasing demand for sustainable inputs across the board, we can lower the costs, make circular practices more accessible for all of us, and allow the masses to adopt affordable, sustainable products. It's where we are right now with Farm to Hanger, scaling to increase our impact. We need to innovate the future. If we want a future, we need sustainable companies to do well and succeed. Circularity is the only way forward. I built Farm to Hanger as the example. Now it's your turn. Build your circular business, find your purpose, find your non-negotiables, but most importantly, design for impact with the end in mind. Together, we can make a difference. Be circular.